Hello everyone, my name is Angelo and welcome to my channel. Today I have two special guns. I have the FNX9 by FN and the Sig P320 X Carry. Now, as a real quick disclaimer, this is not the actual X Carry, this is just the X Carry grip module, and it's on for the, one, because this is how I normally carry the Sig, is with the X Carry grip module instead of the compact grip module, and it's just to also directly compare to the FNX, because now you have both 17 round capacity here. So just a quick overview. If you want a bigger in-depth review with the Sig, I have a review of it on my channel, so go ahead and check it out. So as you can see, Sig P320 compact with the X Carry module, and you can tell because of the trigger. Trigger is not flat like in the X Carry, and then 17 rounds. Fantastic gun. Obviously striker fired, so just keep that in mind. And a Black Arch Revcon holster, right? And I will talk about the holsters here also more than likely in this video. Then here in a Vetter holster, you have a just recently cleaned FNX9. I went and shot it today, and I shot it today for the first time, and it is fantastic, and I have a lot to talk about when it comes to this gun. As you can see, very similar in size. This is obviously hammer fired. I'm going to set this down real quick. Both of these guns are empty. The magazines are right here. As you can see, the FN, which is what I carried after I fired the weapon, it's all right here. So these guns are empty. And just for those of you that are still curious, I'll do this anyway. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, now that we know that they're empty, let's go ahead and put these off to the side here. And all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick size comparison. I believe the Sig is at 25 ounces and the FN's at like 24. But as you can see in width, they are pretty much the same. Throw them on their backs real quick and try to line them up as best as I can. It's just do front to front like so. As you can see, they're the same height and basically the same length. Now when you go to throw their magazines in, let me do that real quick. Right, Sig doesn't like to stay on its back, so I'm just trying not to bump it. But basically, as you can see, when you put the magazines in, they are still the same size, but as you can see, the FN is a little bit, I guess, wider when it comes to the actual magazine and grip. So let's go ahead and take this out. Also, FN has ambidextrous controls. And what I learned today is that my thumb here is not used to hitting a mag release. Hello everyone, I just wanted to add this in real quick. So I went ahead and exchanged out the X Carry grip for the actual original compact grip on the Sig. As you can see, the Sig is empty. And then going to the FN, also again empty. So just to compare these side by side, in case you were curious. Now the main difference is obviously, since the length is essentially the same, and the width is the same, as you can see, the height is just very negligible, right? So if I were to put the Sig's magazine in like so, it just goes flush with the FN magazine, or the FN magwell, and then if you put the FN in one, it just ever so slightly higher. So just to kind of give you an idea with the compact. So yeah, so that's a comparison with the compact grip instead of the X Carry. My thumb is not used to hitting the mag release because I'm used to using my pointer finger for the mag release, so that was a new experience today. But prior to this, I've only shot right-handed guns. So let's go ahead, and as you can see, empty again. But yeah, so here is the two guns and their nature. Obviously, they're pretty much the exact same size. Now the question is, which one of these do I prefer? Well, this can't really be that all of an accurate review because I have 250 rounds for this gun, I have 2,000 rounds through this one. So it's one of those things. I personally like this gun better already, and what I mean by like, I mean there are certain aspects about this gun that I enjoy a lot more. The first thing is it's hammer fired. When I bought this gun, I was really into like the striker fire craze. I just didn't want to own a Glock, but I wanted to own something cool, and this caught my eye because I learned that Sig was going to win the contract for the U.S. military, so I figured to pick up one of these. Now, what really turned me on to this gun though was the Ambi Controls. This is the first gun I've ever owned, and one of the very few guns I've ever fired that has Ambi Controls, and that's super nice. It again is hammer fired, which again is also super nice. The thing is with striker fired handguns, they're the best to learn on when you first buy a handgun, but if you want to improve your marksmanship, having a double action trigger will definitely do that, and then learning the transition between double action and single action will also teach you how to do that. Now, like I said, the FN is a lighter gun, not by much, I think only by 1 or 2 ounces, but still technically a lighter gun. And one thing that I will mention about this gun is actually this grip texture. So not so much the sides, but this back is super sharp. I'm not saying that that'll cut you. I'm not saying that it'll cut you or anything, but I'll put up a picture here to kind of show what my hand looked like after 250 rounds through this firearm. And it was quite red, and you could see the grid. So like even if I squeeze now, right, and then I let go, the grid is right there. So it is a very, very aggressive handgun. I believe the reason why the sides are less aggressive is in case you want to carry it, which this is definitely doable. This gun is again not any larger than the Sig, and I can carry this just fine. But yeah, so this gun is absolutely fantastic. One thing I did forget to mention is it actually has a loaded chamber indicator right here. It just sticks out and there's a little red dot on top if you're into that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a pretty good gun. You can carry it multiple ways. Obviously, you can do cocked and locked, you decocked double action, or double action decocked and unsafe like so. So there are different ways to carry it if that's what you intend on doing. But yeah, fantastic gun. So basically, if I had to choose one of these, which one would I choose? It honestly, for me, it just kind of depends on how much money I would have in my wallet at the time. This brand new is about $500. This brand new as a P320 compact without the X carry grip is about $400. At least I bought this one for $400. But if you get the X carry model, I think it's like $550. So they're basically the same. You can't go wrong with either at this point. It's just more personal preference. If you're a left-handed shooter like me, then this would probably be your better bet because it has Ambi Controls. And unless you don't like the hammer, then you can get the 509, I believe, which is the striker fired version of this gun, which I believe is also Ambi. So there's that for you too. But yeah, personally, I really like the hammer fired guns because they're a lot harder to shoot in my opinion. At least the double action is harder to shoot compared to the striker. But yeah, that's pretty much my comparison of these two guns. If you have any questions about these two guns, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you like the content, and I will see y'all in the next one.